Very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on TV1. We've got the latest of news lined up for you from here at home and across the globe. Let's first start off with a look at the stories that made it to your headlines this afternoon.
No confidence motion debate begins in Parliament. State Minister Fauzi says SLFP will abstain from voting on motion. State Ministers Lakshmanya Wardana and Dilan Pereira reject Fauzi's statement, says SLFP will back motion. Walk in support of no confidence motion to reach Colombo today.
Welcome to the Newsfirst newsroom. I'm Ramesh Bandara. Well, the debate on the no confidence motion against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe is currently underway in Parliament. We have the latest updates for you. The vote on this no confidence motion will be held at 9:30 p.m. today. Now, the parliamentary session today began at 9:30 a.m. However, the debate on this no confidence motion began at 10 a.m. We saw members of the joint opposition and members of the UNP coming in early to Parliament. However, our reporters who are at the location did note that there was a bit of a delay with the SLFP MPs arriving at Parliament. That was because there was a meeting this morning between a group of SLFP MPs and the President. And thereafter, these same SLFP MPs gathered at Minister Mahinda Amaraveera's residence to further discuss what they will be doing at this no confidence motion. Let's break down the facts that we know so far about how the parties, relevant parties, will be voting ahead of this no confidence motion. Now, the no confidence motion is being brought in by the joint opposition or the UPFA bloc in the opposition, and they are expected to vote in favor of the motion, that is a vote against the Prime Minister. The UNP is broadly expected to vote against the motion and in support of the Prime Minister. We learned last night that the SLMC, the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress, led by Minister Rauf Hakim, as well as the ACMC, the All Ceylon Makkal Congress, led by Minister Rishad Badiuddin, as well as the party led by Minister Mano Ganeshan, will be expressing their support to the President, that is, they will be voting against this no confidence motion. The JVP has come out and clearly expressed their stance that they will be voting for the no confidence motion or against the Prime Minister. These are the parties that have made a clear stand on what they will be doing come 9:30 p.m. tonight. The SLFP, there seems to be a bit of an issue. The SLMC, the SLFP, earlier stated, according to a statement made by Minister Fauzi, that they will be abstaining from this vote. However, when Newsfirst dug deeper, we were able to get clarification from two state ministers that the SLFP had decided to vote against the Prime Minister. You will be hearing from these ministers later on in the news bulletin. The TNA has not clearly expressed their stance at the moment. However, we saw opposition leader and TNA leader R. Sambandhan appearing in Parliament today during the course of the debate and expressing some sentiments. He said that the timing and the wording of this no confidence motion is a bit of a question. He told that the no confidence motion is quoted in prejudice and highlighted several key issues with regard to the no confidence motion. Even though the TNA has not clearly defined what they will be doing at this no confidence motion vote based on the statements made by R. Sambandhan, which you will hear later on in the news bulletin as well, we can infer what the party will be doing. Well, as I said, the debate on the no confidence motion began at 10 a.m. today, and Dinesh Gunawardena, parliamentarian Dinesh Gunawardena of the joint opposition, was the main speaker. He is the parliamentarian who introduced this no confidence motion into Parliament, and he stated several key points that are connected to the bond scam, which is also linked to this no confidence motion. Now, the joint opposition member said that the Prime Minister had appointed the governor of the central bank, Arjun Mahendran, was appointed to his position based on the recommendation of the Prime Minister, and that he was a foreign national, and that the bond scam took place in a backdrop where members of the leadership knew that there was a conflict of interest between the then governor and the parties connected to this. So these were the statements expressed by Dinesh Gunawardena. We then had other members, including Minister Lakshman Kiriyalla, Dala Salah Peruma, Mangala Samaravira, and a group of other MPs joining in this debate. Now this debate will go on till 9:30 p.m. so there is a lot more speakers to be expected throughout the day. I want to highlight a statement that was made by parliamentarian Vimal Weerawansa just a short while ago during the Sinhala news broadcast. This was announced. Vimal Weerawansa claimed or accused the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress, the SLMC, of deciding how to vote on this no confidence motion after taking money. Now these are the words of parliamentarian Vimal Weerawansa in Parliament. So these are the latest updates coming to you from Parliament, where the no confidence motion debate is currently being held. Stay with News First as we bring you more updates. For now, it's back to the studio. Shalan, over to you.
Thank you very much, Ramesh. Now, just as Ramesh said, State Minister A.H.M. Fauzi stated earlier today that the SLFP will abstain from voting in the no confidence motion against the Prime Minister.
After discussing about this issue last night and early today, the SLFP has decided to abstain from voting in the no confidence motion against the Prime Minister. We will be present at the vote, but we will not be voting. We decided today to follow this course of action.
However, speaking to the media after a meeting at the UPFA General Secretary Minister Mahinda Amaravira's official residence, State Minister Lakshmaniappa Abewardena disregarded the statement made by Minister A.H.M. Fauzi, saying that the SLFP has decided to vote in favour of the no confidence motion against the Premier.
A majority of the party got together to discuss this matter, and we decided to vote in favour of the motion of no confidence in Parliament. That is the stance of a majority of the party. At the meeting with the President, we were asked to reach a decision as a team, and that is the decision we reached today. There were several who could not participate, but a majority attended. That is untrue. No, the party did not agree to such a thing.
Adding to the varying statements from the SLFP, State Minister Dilan Pereira confirmed the SLFP will support the no confidence motion, and that State Minister A.H.M. Fauzi did not attend the meeting at Minister Mahinda Amaravira's residence.
Members of Parliament of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party met at MP Mahinda Amaravira's official residence this morning and decided to vote in favour of the motion of no confidence. MP Fauzi may have taken a personal decision, but the SLFP, which is the Blue Party, has decided to vote in favour of the no confidence motion. MP Fauzi did not attend the meeting held today. About 30 SLFP MPs attended the meeting, and the majority decided to vote in favour of the motion. General Secretary Duminda Dissanayake was present at this meeting but did not express his views. So we informed him and MP Mahinda Amaravira to produce a stance before the President.
In more news from Parliament, Opposition Leader R. Sambandhan, addressing Parliament during the no confidence motion debate, made these observations.
That we are with the UNP and against the SLFP has no foundation whatever. My late leader, Mr. Michel Banagi, used to always tell me, Sambandhan, we must work with any single political party that with the confidence and support of the single people, we prepare to resolve our question. And in that respect, probably the SLFP has a greater contact with the single people than even the UNP. So we are concerned, sir, in the interest of this country, in the interest of all the people in this country, in working together with the two main political parties. We would like all of us to come together. I would make an appeal to Honorable Chamal Rajapaksa, Honorable Dinesh Gunawardena, Honorable Dala Salah Peruma, your senior SLP members. We must come together and resolve this problem that this country is facing. This country has a different future. The country has a different destination. We must not lose our way. We must bring about permanent peace in this country, bring about permanent amity in this country, bring about permanent unity in this country, constitute the people of this country, the Sinhalese, the Tamils, the Muslims, the Burghers, the Malays, into a Sri Lankan nation and move forward towards prosperity. If we don't want to do that and we want to falter, then nobody can save you. I would appeal to all my friends in this House not to go against the verdict of the people that was given in 2015 to both President Maithripala Sirisena and to Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, but to come together in a spirit of cooperation in the best interest of this country to resolve this country's vital issues.
The opposition leader further added that there should be an investigation against all claims of corruption. Mr. Sambandhan also said that no compromise can be made when it comes to investigating such corrupt activities. Speaking on the no confidence motion, the opposition leader stated that there is no specific charge against the Prime Minister.
The debate on the motion of no confidence against the Prime Minister is currently ongoing in Parliament. News First parliamentary correspondent Zulfikar Farzan now joins us with the latest.
The debate on the motion of no confidence filed against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe was taken up early this morning at around 10 o'clock in the parliamentary complex. Now, earlier we received word from inside the parliamentary complex that several SLFP MPs were not present in the parliamentary chamber. However, later on we received word that several of them had returned to the parliamentary chambers. Now, in addition, I am standing right opposite the parliament, and behind me, although you do not see security personnel at this very moment, onto my left is the parliamentary roundabout, and there are a large number of security personnel deployed at that premises along with high pressure water cannon trucks in order to maintain security in this area. In addition, just a few moments ago, we saw a motorbike patrol of the Police Special Task Force passing through this area in order to maintain security in and around the premises of the parliamentary complex while the debate on the motion of no confidence against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe takes place inside. Now, the debate will go on until late in the evening and the vote will take place at 9 p.m. and we at Newsfirst will be right here and geared up to bring you the latest information from Parliament on the matters surrounding the no confidence motion against the Prime Minister. From opposite the parliamentary complex, I'm Zulfikar Farzan for News First.
Thank you very much, Zulfik. Moving on in more local news, today is the final day of the walk in support of the no confidence motion against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. The walk, which began in Kiribathgoda this morning, is due to reach Parliament today. The march has been organized by the Organization to Protect the UNP together with the United National Freedom Front. The march is being held under the theme, The Power Struggle to Defeat Dictatorial Cronism. Moving away from the political arena onto other local news, 33 people have been injured in two separate accidents that took place in Kosgama and Valachin police areas. Police said an accident involving a lorry and a bus near the Kosgama filling station along the Colombo-Avisavilla main road injured 14 people. 19 people were injured in a collision between a bus and a tipper truck in Pune along the Polonnarua-Valachennai road. Police said 6 children and 5 women were among the injured. A woman was killed in a separate accident involving a van and a three-wheeler in the Udandenia area in Nitambua, Kirindivella Road.
The accident had taken place when the van plying from Nitambua to Kirindivella was travelling at an uncontrollable speed. 2 people, including an elderly woman travelling in the three-wheeler, were injured in the accident. They were admitted to the Vatupitivala District Hospital, where the injured woman passed away. The driver of the van has been taken into custody.
Also, the University Joint Trade Union Committee states since a circular has still not been issued regarding the facts agreed upon at the meeting held with the subject minister, the non-academic strike will continue. The chairman of the committee said it has been 36 days since the launch of the strike. He further added that the committee has held discussions with officials of the Ministry of Higher Education and had agreed to their demands. And that's all the news we've got for you this afternoon. To follow details of these stories and more, you can log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. Also, do log on to our Facebook page and vote on the People's Power poll regarding the no confidence motion against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. Stay tuned for more news. For the News First team, I'm Charlene Benedict. Have yourselves a good day.